I can do, sir, please. Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please. I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you, please. Please. Please.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So, no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know? I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You're not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now. She spit in my face.
Today's video takes us somewhere inside the great state of Pennsylvania, where we find Honey Boo Boo, aka Jessica. She's given up frauditing. Well, maybe, maybe not. She said February 9th she gets monetized again. So she may be like the Terminator. She may be back. But at any rate, she's crying about her court date. Things didn't go as well as she thought they would. So I'll sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy!
So yeah, I went to court with my lawyer, and first they put the cop on stand, and he lied. He lied and committed perjury, and we listened to what he said. He said that I was asked to leave PennDOT 3 different times and I refused, which was a lie, and my video proves my innocence. I just went into court, and I honestly expected them to drop all the charges after they watched the video. But apparently, even it seemed like the judge, the DA, everyone doesn't understand what our constitutional rights are. And this is a problem because our rights are like muscles, right? And what happens when you stop exercising a muscle? It disappears, right?
What is this girl babbling about? Exercising muscles. What? Shut your mouth. How many times do you want to be arrested? Hey, I hope she does go back to frauditing because I want to see her arrested a couple more times so she can cry some more.
Well, that's what's happening with free press. That's what's happening with the Constitution, the First Amendment. When I go to Lehigh University, an $80,000 a year school, and go around and ask these kids, do you know what free press is? They shake their heads no. From the First Amendment? The First Amendment? They don't know that. Of the Constitution of the United States? No, they don't know that. These are our future generations. At an $80,000 a year school at Lehigh University in Pennsylvania, the most expensive school in Pennsylvania. They have no clue what free press is. They have no clue what the Constitution is or the First Amendment. The Constitution is dying in front of us. And I know there's a lot of people who just do this for clicks and views, but I never did. I wanted to change things.
Oh, so you were a true freedom fighter, a true activist. Well, you got one of the qualifications for it. Your teeth are a mess. What's wrong with this girl's teeth?
And this makes it really, really hard. When you go into court, and if I lied on that stand, and it was proved in my video that I lied, to be in jail, I would have gotten a perjury charge from that judge. Why am I held at a different standard? Why are the police above the law? Why is everyone on their side above the law? This is the problem. This is part of why I picked up my camera to begin with, because I want to make the world a better place. But how can we, when every single government institution we go into and audit, and no one knows the law? Nobody. I went into court today, and the Constitution held no weight. The law held no weight. So what do we do now? It's so frustrating, and I'm trying not to cry because I've given you guys enough crying videos. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I was assaulted by a police officer who never had the right or the authority to put his hands on me.
Yeah, sweetheart, you should have quit frauditing a long time ago. As a matter of fact, you should have never taken up frauditing. You aren't cut out for frauditing.
And then at the end, after the judge dismissed one charge, disorderly conduct, fighting. He didn't, the last 4 charges are interrupting a meeting. It wasn't a meeting. It was people gathered for a service. It wasn't any kind of meeting that I interrupted. So that should have been dismissed right there. I don't know why the judge didn't. So yeah, and the other charges are defiantly trespassing, regular trespassing, interrupting the meeting, and regular disorderly conduct. The judge took one charge off, and he sent the case to a higher court. So the first time I went to court for this, it was continued, and they sent me an email this big that went in my spam folder. They didn't call me. They didn't write me. They sent everything to my home, but they don't send me that we're continuing the court date. So I pay for my lawyer, who has to drive 5 hours to get here.
Now, my first thought would be there are no attorneys closer to where you live. You had to get one 5 hours away. What is he, coming from Philadelphia all the way to your little town? And what is it, Scranton? Yeah, well, that's because it was arranged by the law scholar and law professor Chillie De Castro. What would you expect?
Actually, delete laws, raise the money for him. But $1,200 goes really, really fast when the dude lives 5 hours away. So number one, we had number one court case, right? That got continued without notifying my lawyer, without notifying me, except a tiny little email that went in a spam folder that I never got because they couldn't make a phone call, right?
A few minutes later.
I think that I go into court today and everything would be dismissed because my video proves my innocence. Why did I think that the law would hold up? Why did I think that the Constitution would hold up? And yes, it makes me want to audit again. It makes me want to get out there. But it's not if I'm going to meet an officer worse than Matthew Brennan. It's when it hurt me. And it's really hard seeing them every single time I go into court, and I have to relive this trauma that this mother put me through. For what? Because I put my camera on in a DMV when there's a line every time we go, an 2-hour line with 20 people at the door every time we go to the DMV, and this is okay. And I've emailed everyone from Governor Shapiro, the Pennsylvania governor, to President Biden, and I don't understand what else I'm supposed to do. Nobody cares. I've written internal affairs. They have an infringement they don't give about infringement cases. They don't know about any of this. You know where their infringement cases go? In their little pile called the trash can.
Oh, dearie me. Jessica's becoming agitated. She's really upset because she's dropping those F-bombs one after another. Oh, and she's putting those tears on. Those crocodile tears. Oh, you're going to need a safe space tonight, aren't you, Jessica?
I'm sorry, but I'm upset and I feel defeated. I'm so sick of the law holding no weight and these cops violating our constitutional rights on camera. And everybody, I get so many comments. Well, you got a great case here, and this is a great lawsuit, and everything's going to work out because that cop violated your rights on camera. That's 18 USC section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. The DA didn't watch my video. Without watching my video that proves my innocence, he offered me defiant trespassing. I could have just taken that and gone. Should I have now? Should I have taken a charge that I didn't even do just to get out of this so it would end with a fine? How am I going to pay my lawyer? Delete laws raised the money for my lawyer to begin with. What am I going to do now?
Well, now, Jessica, these are things you have to think about before you pick up that potato camera and walk into public spaces and want to record everybody. You just watched a few videos. Your heroes. Who was it? Jailbird Joey and Delete Laws and Anthony X. Yeah, those guys aren't heroes. They're zeros.
Because you know how fast $1,200 went? My lawyer had to spend his own money, his own $200, to pay for the court reporter that I was supposed to pay that I don't have the money for. Because I got a 3-month YouTube suspension from being monetized because I accidentally played a video that, God forbid, had a song in it, so I played copyrighted material. Like, it's all so frustrating. And I'm sorry that I stopped talking to you guys. But, like, I haven't been able to move. I haven't been, like, after all this happened, I was stuck in bed for, like, 4 weeks. Like, everyone who knows me knows I'm bipolar, I have OCD, I have, like, PTSD, and I have a lot of problems. And maybe I wasn't the best person to ever audit, but I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. And I feel that way now. Like, I don't want to just sit back and do nothing.
Oh my goodness, all those issues, and on top of that, she's got daddy issues too. I tell you one thing though, she's a liar. She's a straight up liar. Playing copyright music on your channel will not get you demonetized. I play plenty of copyright music. The only thing that's going to happen is that the copyright owner may, keyword may, decide to take the money from that video. But your channel will not be demonetized. She's a straight up liar.
I audited for 5 months, and what did it do? Nothing. It made some people on YouTube, like, happy and subscribe to my channel, and call me a patriot and a freedom fighter.
I tell you what, good people, that's about all I could take at one sitting. This video was 1 hour and 8 minutes long. Now, I may go through and make a couple more videos out of it, but I can only take so much of her whining and crying and belly aching, and she wants everybody to feel sorry for her. She did everything to herself, just like all these other frauditors do. Yeah, it's, man, there's only so much I can take. But at any rate, if you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, like Jessica, aka Honey Boo Boo, please subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks so much for stopping by, Jessica. I don't think you learned anything. I don't think you did. I think you'll pick up that camera again. No doubt about it. Cheers to that.
I've actually studied English, and I have over a 400 level education in English. I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Take a swing. Take a swing.
What is the reason for calling the officers here?
No reason. I'm really unhappy that somebody did this to me.
I'm going to arrest you for trespassing in a minute.
On public property?
Yeah. We're asking you to leave and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
She's right in my face, guys. You can't come up and touch me like that.
You don't have permission to film me in any space.
I don't need permission to record you in public, man.
Actually,
no, that's the law.
Oh, is that like a law?
Against the law.
Oh, what law is that? Funny, because I've never heard about that. I pay for that uniform, I pay for that car, I'm the taxpayer, right? You work for me, right? You're just a little guy. You're just a little guy. You work for me. You are a public servant. You are a public servant. You work for me.